So I have the exciting duty of being able to present our next recipient of a Pillar of Excellence Award to Dr. Jack Stein. And we're so grateful that you could take some time to be with us today, and just for all of your support in this field in general. You've dedicated your career to helping us, patients, families, those on the ground, practitioners in the grassroots, and other stakeholders. So this is a real treat that we get to celebrate you. So just a little bit of a background for our whole network that is joining us. Dr. Jack Stein, who is retiring at the end of this year, has been both Chief of Staff at NIDA, the National Institute on Drug Abuse, as well as the Office of Science, Policy, and Communications, I believe, the OSPIC directors, in charge of so many things. He has been like just a tremendous leader and an ally and friend to the patient and family community, with 2 decades of experience, both in substance use disorder and HIV, research, practice, policy, at NIDA, at ONDCP, at SAMHSA. I'm probably missing something, Jack, but your work, it just is hard to sum up in a 5-minute tee up to this, but he's authored numerous articles, books, and book chapters, and oversees some really significant priorities at NIDA. And since we started Addiction Policy Forum, has also been so patient and helpful in helping us to connect and translate the science, and been patient when we have 9 million questions from the patient and family community that we're headed towards NIDA, and has just been so kind and supportive, and your commitment to really helping to build a seat at the table for patients and families. For so long, I have always felt that we've been a little tokenized. It feels like as an impacted family member, one of us might get invited to something, and Jack, you really have helped to change that. I think our community feels engaged and listened to and heard, and that we have a pathway to talk to really important scientists like yourself and researchers for the first time ever. And we are just incredibly grateful to you.
Oh, thank you, Jess. This is really pure, both humbling and such an honor to be recognized, and to even be on the same billet as the leaders in our science field of Drs. Volkov and Dr. Koob. So it really is such an honor. Yeah, you know, after these 25 years have literally flown by, and most of those years have been at NIH, specifically here at NIDA, and I've really had the chance to watch the science evolve. I mean, it really is remarkable if I think back those many years as to how we were viewing substance use disorders and how we look at it now. But, you know, I think, as you know, my interest has always been the application of this research to policy and practice, to real life settings. And because it means very little if we do all this research and it does not get applied. And few organizations just come anywhere near to what Addiction Policy Forum has said they would do and are doing. And it's just been a remarkable partnership. Nothing but a pleasure to be working with you, your team, and of course your amazing network of families, people in recovery, and people struggling with substance use disorder. So I really want to thank you for this. Thank you for holding us accountable. Thank you for allowing us to dialogue with you so that you can inform the research. And I'll, end by saying, yeah, I'm leaving federal government, but I'm not leaving this field at all. I still want to be a friend to Addiction Policy Forum, to the field. And part of what I plan to do is actually reapply my clinical social work skills, and I'll be doing more work in the actual counseling arena. So I'm very excited to get back, really back onto the ground and really apply so much of what I've learned over these years. So thank you for teaching me so much, and thank you for recognizing me today.
Thank you so much. I know that DA Blodgett and Judge Rancourt had a few remarks as well.
Jack, as chair of the board, I speak for Judge Rancourt was speaking. I speak for the board when I say that we thank you so much. I have no doubt, because I've heard some good things from Jess about you. Well, I have no doubt that as chief of staff, you did a lot more than you're ever going to get credit for. And you did a lot of work that others will be able to put their name on. But you're obviously a very humble guy and dedicated guy. So I tip my hat to you on behalf of the board and everybody who does this work. And thank you so, so much for everything you've done.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, Jack, I would join in that. I've known you now for almost a decade, I think. And I think what Chairman Blodgett indicates is you are humble. You are extremely humble, and you're a warrior at the same time. So you're a humble warrior. You get done what has to be done. And as Jess has indicated, your work in HIV research, as well as drug policy research and practice over the last 20 years has made a difference. I'm retired now, so retirement is good, Jack. You can do other things. There's no question about that. But if I wasn't retired, I'd probably issue a writ of prohibition indicating you can't leave quite yet. You do just a tremendous job. And I think when you do retire, you know, Dr. King, Martin Luther King once indicated, life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? And I think you can answer that in the affirmative. You have done so much for others. And I know this is probably driving you crazy because you are quite humble and probably don't like all of this thrown at you. But Jack, from the bottom of my heart, thanks for all you've done. And I know APF continues to look forward to working with you.
Thank you, Judge. I appreciate it so much.
You're welcome.
We've sent a very small token of our appreciation for your leadership and commitment to this issue. Oh, and you got it, yay. And we are very excited that you are one of our recipients of a Pillar of Excellence Award for 2021. It is so well deserved. We should do much more than a little award and a sketch. It doesn't quite match up to 25 years of really dedicated service, but our whole network, Jack, we are very grateful to you.
Thank you. Trust me, I recognize that and I appreciate it. So thank you so much.
Wonderful.